What up, though? It's your boy Willie Styles in the building. Welcome to tonight's show. Sonny, you want to say what up?
Hey y'all.
Did you get worried I wasn't showing up?
Um, well, kind of, sort of, but also, Zay is on the steps. So I don't know if you can hear him. I don't want to hear him tonight, but hopefully he'll be asleep soon. He's trying to join the podcast tonight.
Right. Hey, tell him join the conversation. Let's do this.
He old enough now. You're an adult.
So he gets it.
Well, it's not that. I mean, I'm pretty sure he can add some colorful commentary, but I just need him to have clothes on. So he's
Yeah,
not
we
a
do have
person.
a dress code here. You got to be
Yeah,
dressed.
we got a dress code. At least have to be presentable, not in your pajamas and
Exactly.
not gathered properly.
So what up, though, everybody? It's October. It's February.
Whoa.
I don't know what I got.
He done jumped by, what is that? Like 8 months?
Wow.
8 months
I'm
ahead?
over here.
You either too early or too late.
I'm over here working, trying to multitask. My bad.
He said, be in October, y'all. I'm scared.
Too early or too late.
Fast forward, right? Yeah, no, definitely too early. Anyway, it's February 24th. This is our second show in February, so we moving right along. But we got a great show lined up for you guys. Trending topic show. You know how we do. Hopefully you guys enjoy, and make sure you like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can be notified when join us in here, and make sure you comment. Make sure you comment.
They wild because Zay over here having a Black is Black time. He said he was born in Black History Month. This is month to celebrate all. He been over here dancing on the side. I'm trying to make sure he stay out the view.
Oh, okay.
If my camera go off, I don't know what he doing. He coming too close.
Right. All right. Let me get this thing set up. In the meantime, what y'all been up to during this Black History Trump-filled month of drama, craziness, and
not flying anywhere, I'll tell you that much. Not flying anywhere, I'll tell you that much.
You said, what was that?
Not flying anywhere.
Oh, terrible.
Not.
Bro.
I refuse.
I'm not buying into the fear and hype.
No, it's not that.
It's been a definitely unusual activity with that. I definitely admit. We always say that it's a very low chance of anything happening with flying, and because you have a way greater chance of being in a car accident at least 10, 15 times before you ever have be in the same city as an incident, an air incident. So yeah, you definitely don't have that to worry about from a person's perspective.
Especially here in Michigan, I don't know about you, Will, but every time I am on the road, I'm listening to the radio, and they always tell us about traffic. On I-75, it's always 75 and Sasha Ball for some reason.
Right, yeah.
It's always that.
I promise you, we don't know where Sasha Ball is, but we know that's where we stay. That's where you should stay out of. That's where the traffic is for sure.
And you know what? It's past the palace where the palace used to be at.
Oh, right. Okay, I think I have driven by there once.
Great Lakes Crossing.
Yep, exactly. Yeah.
That's how much we go out there.
Right. I'm pushing the wrong button.
Don't say that about flying. My daughter and I'm on the flight back to New Jersey.
Oh, where'd they go?
They went to Nashville. It was my grandbaby's first trip. Of course, my grandbaby was an excellent baby.
Okay.
So that was good.
Nice.
But yeah,
okay, you know what? First topic of the show. I definitely want to talk about this real quick. Is the kid that they caught, or not caught, but they caught on camera. I guess it happened about 4 or 5 months ago, where this kid was on a flight, international flight from Germany to LaGuardia, basically going to to Newark, actually, Newark International. So They flew whatever amount of hours it is, 8 to 10 hours, with this kid standing on one of the chairs, screaming at the top of his lungs the
Oh
entire
wow.
flight.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and the mother only periodically tried to do something about it. Flight attendants, of course, couldn't really do much about it. Just basically, just being a terror on the whole flight. What would you guys do in that situation? I mean,
Jesus.
take your kid's situation out of the picture, because this kid had no issues like that. This was a regular neurotypical
Functioning.
kid,
A
and he
neurotypical? What
was
is it called? Neurotypical?
neurotypical. At least that's the term I was told
Yeah.
was. But it's definitely, just everybody summed it up: bad parenting, or lack of discipline. But I guess the question is there an age thing to this, or is it a because I definitely feel like, for me, if the kid is like a year old, 2 years old at the most, I can understand them being uncomfortable and screaming and crying on the flight. I'm not about to be mad at a baby. But this kid was like 3.5, almost 4 years old. Like he looked 4 years old for sure. So what do you think it would have been the most appropriate thing, or what do you feel like you would have done in that situation?
You want to go first, Sonny?
Yeah, I see. I don't know, because I think terrible twos is real, right? Threes and fours definitely too. I feel like two might not. I might be like, I don't know. Like, for me, it's the age thing. But I also feel like you know your kid. You know what your kid knows and what they should and should not do, right? So for me, it will be a toss up depending on what type of mood I'm in. I probably would have took him in the bathroom. Or you want to embarrass me, I'm gonna embarrass you, type of situation. Because I feel like I was one of them parents. Wherever you act up, that's where you get slapped up. So that was my thing. Like, you want to show out, or to let me show out, because I like, well, with my daughter, I knew her being embarrassed was her biggest thing. Like, she didn't like being embarrassed. So if you embarrass me, I'm gonna embarrass you. So I really didn't have too much problems out of her. Um, so I think I would have either walked them into the bathroom, had a conversation, basically let them know, if you keep doing this, I'm gonna put my hands on you. Appropriately, but I'm gonna put my hands on you, right? And I think at that point, and this is like a toss up, because some people be on BS. They want you to quiet your kid down so they can enjoy their flight, but then they don't want you to pop. You don't want them to pop them or whatever. And it's like, what the fuck you want me to do? Like, because obviously me telling them sit down is, first of all, I'm not going to keep saying sit down. I'm not.
Right.
I'm not doing that. I got maybe one or two, possibly three, before I get irritated, and I'm not about to sit here and be irritated because I don't want to hear it. I can imagine if it was me and somebody else's kid, I don't want to hear it. Get your kid. To a certain extent, I'll be understanding. Like, a baby crying, you just can't do that. A smaller kid, you, you run the risk of popping them and them they being more. So it doesn't necessarily, like, I could see her wanting to kind of not really extend the situation, because if she pop them now, it's bloody murder. I done killed you, whatever. Now you're really crying and all, like, oh well, all the stuff that some Karens do.
Right.
So it's like a toss up, but like, yeah, I would definitely walk that child in the bathroom. Like, listen, it ain't even about embarrassing. We not, that we don't do this. Like, this is not something that you're supposed to be doing. What's wrong?
Right.
Either tell me if something's really wrong with you, I can understand you being upset and screaming. But if there's nothing wrong with you, then why are you doing this? Because if you keep doing this, here's the end result of what's going to happen to you. So either you get it together, you gather yourself, you get a minute, gather yourself, and we can go back out the bathroom, or we're gonna go back out there and you act up and I'm gonna slap you up. So
Right.
it's one of those two things are gonna happen. And then if a Karen jumps in, I'm gonna say, do you want me? Would it be okay if they just scream the whole flight, or do you want me to address the problem? Because like
Right,
either you
right.
gonna mind your business and let me handle it so you can enjoy the rest of your life like we all want to, or you gonna be I might have to slap Karen up. I don't know. I don't want them. I'm not trying to go to jail, but
Right, right. What you
Um,
think, Dave?
like Sonny said, you discipline a kid, they in public, you you run the risk of them screaming or acting out even louder. No, that's
Mhm.
one thing you don't want to do because your nerves is already on 10 because normally if the kid doesn't act like that and you don't know what to do, it's like, oh my god, I'm trying not to kill this kid in front of everybody. I'm not at my normal usual spot at home where I can collar them or let them act out the way they need to address themselves because I have a situation here where one of my kids, when they get in their little emotional needs or emotional spouts where they just need to vent and just do what they need to do, I send them to their
Mhm.
room like, all right, just chill out for a minute. When you calm down, you can come back out. Because sometimes everything doesn't need corporal punishment for everything. Because if you
hold
just
on, wait a minute. This kid screamed for the whole flight.
The whole 8 hour long
Oh
flight. Yeah.
hell no! I'd have whooped their ass. I'm sorry. I thought it was like for a few minutes or whatever. No, you're not. I don't even know how to fucking tolerate you screaming for the whole flight. I'm 10 minutes in. I'm upset. I don't even know how you would allow. I don't care how. Like I mean, because when you look at it, like I'm sorry to cut you off, Dame.
you're
I just
good.
completely read this, but I'm just saying, like, because like yes, you understand. Like even my daughter, when she took my grandbaby, she bought her the headphones that helps with your ears popping, because that could be a thing, right?
Mhm.
You know your kids bring stuff that's going to calm them if they're easily rattled and stuff. And you like without even touching on, because like to Lily's point, both our kids, me and Dame got kids on the spectrum. Like outside of that, like and even with them, even more so with them on the spectrum, you're trying to be. I was nervous to take my son on his first flight, right? But you have
Mhm.
to, but you have to make sure that you have certain things in place, like to bring snacks, especially if it's a long flight. To make sure you get them up, walking around, because if they're not used to sitting that long period of time, now you're all of a sudden introducing them to something that they're not used to. Like even like if it's a regular kid, right? They're not used to this, and then God forbid you have turbulence and stuff like that. Like these are things that you got to prep for when you're going on a flight with kids. Period. Uh, so I can't imagine being on a flight for 8 hours and my kids screaming. Like I said, I would have lost it I would have been irritable at 10 minutes. Let
Mhm.
alone like it wouldn't have got to a half hour, 45 minutes, not 15 minutes. It wouldn't have got that far because I would have already been by 8 minutes in. I probably would have already been like, yo, what's going on with you?
Right,
Like,
right,
cause what's
exactly.
going on? Like, and I'm talking to my kids like they grown people. Like, what's up? What's going on? Do you need a hug? Here's some like, what's the Wi-Fi password? Like, I've been there, like stuff you bring in to make sure you occupy their time so they're not. If the flight is too much or too much stimuli for them, you can combat that with distractions. Whether they're
Right,
neurotypical or neurodivergent, you got to make sure you cover all bases. Because just because they're like, even my son being autistic, I don't want him screaming 8 hours on the flight. I'm not like, I'm sorry, I'm not dealing with it. So I know if I don't want to do it, I'm not letting 100 or however many people on the flight work for him screaming. There ain't no way in hell.
right,
Like at
This
most
is
he might have a meltdown, but then I'm going to calm him down, try to soothe him, find ways to soothe him, and then bring him. But I'm removing him and putting him in a space where I can get him calm and relaxed and focused. And then once he calmed down, let's bring him out.
right,
I
right.
make sure these items are charged every
Yeah,
time,
yeah. You at the airport waiting anyway. You better charge them iPads, get them snacks, fruit snacks,
all
food, everything.
all night long. This thing is charged until we get up in the
Yeah,
air.
melatonin. I would have
Oh,
gave that child melatonin on the flight. Like soon as you start
Oh
screaming,
yeah,
hey
yeah.
baby, have a
That that
gummy.
but
was that was my
but you
Listen,
know
thing.
what?
Like, why did
I
they
am a
use?
gummy queen. I will give your
Yeah.
kid, if your kid with me, trust me, if I got a small child with me, you better know that when they come to my house, melatonin might be in their life, depending on how you act. Here you go, baby, you want a gummy? I ask my niece right now, Hey, Ty, you want a gummy? I want a gummy on red, and I give her one. My sister's like, don't be giving her that. But she gonna go next night. And she'll
Hey, you
be
know what?
enough.
I wish that gummies worked on my son. It has the opposite effect on him.
Yeah, I got prescription for my son now to try to help him get his sleep pattern together, but I don't give it to him every day. But yeah, I would have melatonin the hell out of that kid. I'm sorry. Listen,
I don't blame you.
but you about to go to sleep. Listen, I would have melatonin them right before we got on the flight. So as soon as they half an hour in, they sleep, waking up, we landing. Y'all better get with it.
I would have gave him a podcast to listen to. It was like How to Hustle podcast.
You know
And
what?
Nah, this is 30 minutes yet, bro. This said 8 hours. God damn.
Melatonin in their life. You got the
but
liquid melatonin, you got the gummies, you got the chewable.
no,
Listen, I'm a melatonin queen.
listen.
Melatonin somebody kid.
You give them somebody to talk, like, listening to somebody talk all the time. Like, give them at least a good couple of years of podcasts from How to Hustle with Hype. He's not
Mhm.
geeked up. Podcast every Tuesday it drops. But anyway, so
Tell you. I mean, yeah, with 8 hours, you can get through quite a few episodes of me. You know
That
what I'm
part, yes, you can.
saying? You
put
be
up
all
Hype.
caught up. What's up, gang?
What's up, bro?
So
Melatonin.
Barely
I
hear you.
just walked in here, and this is my biggest fear with a small child. Um, we got a flight lined up for this summer. It's only like 3 hours, 2.5 or something.
They'll be fine.
But she's
I
not.
need you to record it.
She is
My
gonna suck.
grandbaby just went on the flight hype, and she was the only. Everybody was panicking. She was just sitting there chilling, living her little best kid life.
So this is what you gotta understand. The little one is one of those born during the shutdown babies. So they have a whole different level of attachment. And I don't think she's sitting next to mommy on this flight. And I don't matter if mommy's around.
Right, exactly.
We might have issues.
Yeah,
But
but
we damn
it
sure going
depends
to
on what
eight
flight you're on.
hours.
They
Eight
might be at
hours is
switch.
crazy. That's what I'm saying. We looking, I'm probably keep her up all night and let her sleep on.
Or
Might be too
melatonin.
excited and too nervous.
I'm trying to tell y'all, melatonin, even if you don't give it to your kids all the time, that is the perfect time to introduce. Like, if I'm going to introduce a kid on, like, even when I did my son, even when we did our road trip that long, I didn't know how he was going to do it. It was like the car wasn't crowded, but it was a couple people too. Like, in our roads, it was like it was what, six, seven, eight people, but it was like a big SUV. So it was spacious. But even that, I had melatonin on deck, because I wanted to make sure that this is a long ride. We've done road trips, but not this long. How are we about to operate this? And like, just to maintain that, like, I had melatonin just on standby. I ain't have to use it, but I had it.
Right. Yeah, it's always good to be prepared, like you said. And I think that's the thing, is that failure to be prepared is one of the bigger issues
Wait,
there.
I can't hear
But
you, bro. You sound like
also,
you going out.
It might be your end because I can't.
Oh,
yeah,
you sound like, oh, all right. Let me see. Could be me.
yeah. But yeah, so I think that's the one thing is that, or that's the bigger problem, is not being prepared. And I think a lot of us, especially even us regular travelers, have been, guilty of it, where you got everything together. You, like, all you worried about is, like, do I got my ID? Do I got my bags? Do I got the kids, cups? Do I got this? Do I got that? And you forget gum, or you forget candy because ears are going to pop on the flight on the way up. Or did you remember that the kid needs a charged iPad because they don't sit there and play with the iPad on the ride over to the airport, not iPad did. So it's like different things like that, I think, get in the way of that. But I'm a big proponent of good old fashioned. I whoop your butt if you act up like this. I mean, I'm not about to play with a kid, especially not no 8 hours on a flight. That's just
Facts.
I ain't
that's
gonna
just
hold you. If the flight 8 hours, I don't want to go that long. Like, I can't do 8 hours. 8 hours. Where
I
am I
can't
going
do
in
it
eight
too, but I
hours?
feel like you could get up and walk, stretch your legs. You get the kid to walk up, stretch. Like the time when you can get up and move, that's when you like get these kids up, like, and walk and stuff, like, and then plan to fight out, like to Willie's point, or I know it was Haim's point. Get the kids, like if you know you about to take a flight. All right, so let's take this flight 12 o'clock at night.
Mhm.
So that way you've been up all night doing you had them doing unproductive stuff all day, just moving around. So by the time you get to the airport, they yawning. Soon as you get on that flight, they dozing off. So if you get there at 6 o'clock in the morning, they done slept. You just gotta wake them up and get like, come on, baby. Like just be smart. Like I'm the person I like to go crack a dawn because everybody's tired. Everybody
Yep.
gonna get there, they still want to go to sleep. Go back to
I'm not
sleep, it's
one of
fine, and we out.
So I really like the Maldives. I keep looking at the Maldives, keeps popping up like in my algorithm, and this joint looks crazy, and it ain't really that much bread, but they scare me off with the two layovers and the it's like
Oh,
20
right.
hours of a flight. It's just like, yeah, I can't do it. I can't set myself up for this.
In my old job, it kind of amazed me how I used to take people back and forth to the airport and their families. They had a flight to Korea, 20-hour flight with a toddler. I'm
Oh,
like, how are you doing this? Because I'm just like, this is no, no. To the
I mean,
Cat
I think
Williams.
I think you can pull off almost any of these things so long as you're thoroughly prepared. That's the big thing. Be prepared. Don't make it tough on the kid. Definitely don't make it tough on the other passengers, and just keep it just do whatever you got to do to make it make sense. Because other than that, yeah, it's gonna be
Yeah, because there's a bathroom there. Take them in that bathroom. Like,
problematic.
shut the
Right.
language up.
Whatever it takes.
I don't know about
Do the
you.
old school mom look. You know how your mom looked at you, but she ain't say nothing to you, but she was threatening
Oh,
you with her
Literally,
eyes, and you
you
that
know
knew
the look.
what she
it,
meant by the way she looked at you. She ain't say nothing. She just looked at you.
my mother used to talk through her teeth. Her lips would be stuck. Like, like what
My
the?
mom ain't say nothing to you. All she did was look at you, and you knew what was happening by how she looked at you, and you knew that you was in trouble, and
Yeah,
it wasn't going to work out for you. You knew it. She ain't said nothing. She ain't clenched nothing. She just looked at you. She
Right.
come outside when we had to come in. She ain't said nothing. She come on the porch and just look at us and be like, "All right, we gotta go."
yep.
Then
My,
what
my
happened?
mom,
He wasn't playing
no,
with my.
my mom did both, Sonny. So it's like I don't know which one is worse, the non-verbal or the talking through the teeth. I didn't know. Sometimes
I
I
think
don't.
the nonverbal is more scary personally for me. My mom said a lot of stuff. I was scared of what she said, but when she ain't say nothing, that was like, listen, I don't know who's showing up today. She's a
It,
Gemini, so whoever showed up that day, either way I was scared. I was like, I don't even know. She ain't got the. I don't want her to say nothing, but I feel like if she say something, it's gonna be worse. But like, yeah, once she looked at you, you knew what was up.
Right. Literally. All right, let's move on. Let's get to the next topic. This is a big one. I know we kind of missed the prime opportunity to discuss this last week, but we're
really?
gonna definitely jump on this whole
Are you about to do it?
situation with. Oh, I'm really gonna do it.
You about to? You really about to do it?
I'm really about to do it. But yeah, so as you guys probably already guessed, we're gonna talk about Kendrick Lamar, Super Bowl. What was it? I don't even know the number. Super Bowl halftime show, 2025 Super Bowl halftime show. The symbolism, the drama, the rumors, everything that ended up going down. What was y'all thoughts? Just overall, what was y'all thoughts on the halftime show? Did it live up to the hype? Did it get your approval, or was it disappointing? What's your thoughts, Dane?
So you asking Dane first? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I got a lot of thoughts on this one because I actually spoke to my wife about it. She's a big Kendrick Lamar fan. He is not a performer like an entertainer like Drake. He is an artist with a good message. The
Mm-hmm.
message went over a lot of people's heads. And I got a lot of thoughts about the mark that was missed with people who didn't understand it. Some didn't understand it because they couldn't understand what he was saying. Actually, hear what he was saying. I get that part. So I'm not going to put them in a certain area. I'm like, all right, because I actually spoke to some people doing my job. They said they liked it. They liked the symbolisms, but they couldn't understand some of the stuff he was saying.
Mm-hmm.
The people who didn't understand it because they didn't want to
Mm-hmm.
is a total different category.
Right.
Either they got it and they don't want to listen to it because there's a certain message that they don't agree with.
Right.
That is something that's they just going to have to live with. But I'm just thinking, with all the years of the Super Bowl, halftime show, 47 um, Super Bowls. So you telling me everything before Michael Jackson was hot? Because that's when they started doing this big show extravaganza as far as
Gotcha.
musical
Yeah.
artists.
Right.
Michael Jackson started it off because before that there was uh, Gloria Estefan and showing some dancing carols or something like that. So you telling me everything up to Michael Jackson was hot? So it can't be the worst Super Bowl halftime show ever. It's just not something that you wanted. And for the life of us, we as colored people had to sit through a lot of whitewashed Super Bowl halftime shows with all these bands playing. We didn't say we didn't enjoy it. We didn't dog it either. But as soon as we get somebody who was one of us up there with a message, not dogging them, but he had a message for us to listen to, and he performed it very well. I loved it. I mean, but you can't just dog our culture just because you didn't like it or you didn't agree with the message because it gave empowerment to us.
Mm. Okay.
I
Okay.
got more, but I want to give those guys
Go
something to
ahead,
say.
sir. What's your overall feelings about the halftime show?
I don't even watch football, but I was just here. I was only here for the halftime show to see what's he really gonna do it. And I knew that I knew he was. No, I knew he was because at the end of the day, it was less about like because at the end of the day, he don't care about that lawsuit. He don't. He did what he wanted to do, and he knew what he wanted to do. I feel like um, I just love the artistship and how he did it. I like how he
Mhm.
did it, like how he everything that was shown or not shown during that halftime performance had some meaning behind it. And it was just amazing to watch him do it. Here, throw back to some of the songs I haven't heard in a while. Other
Mhm.
than They Not Like Us, like of course we knew he was gonna even though people were like, he's not gonna do it. I knew he was. But it was like hearing some of the other songs that he had done and just watching how he just did the whole show. Like I said, I jokingly said and I meant it. The only thing I didn't like was the pants. The same way I don't like skinny jeans on grown ass men. I just didn't like the pants. I don't think it's any nothing to say about him. I just don't like those pants, or I don't like skinny jeans. So it's the same way, right? But I mean, I wore those pants in ninth grade, and I like them. Then I like the pants, but I just don't like them on the man, right? Or on like what he was wearing. I didn't like it. But anyway, I just felt like it was a dope ass show. Whether or not people missed the point, I think whoever wanted to pay attention paid attention. If you know him as an artist, this is what you expected. If you don't know him as an artist, that's why you clearly felt like how you felt, like negative towards the performance, thought it was whack, it was the worst, blah blah blah. Like you heard so many things, or it was a lot of people. This is why I say all skin, or why Smooth said all skin folk and kin folks. A lot of people were saying like they basically um didn't understand it, didn't care about the symbolism, don't like just wanted something. They would rather have Lil Wayne versus him perform and do the performance in which he done. But
Right.
I think it was a great show. I enjoyed it. I was in here rocking and like I was so happy. I was eating my wings. Like they're not like I was just singing all the songs. Like it took me back to all all the
Yeah.
songs I was on it. Like yes, and even like hearing some of the newer stuff that he threw in there. I liked it.
Mhm. Okay, for sure, for sure. Hype.
I I be completely honest with you. The whole Drake and Kendrick situation completely missed me. I'm not particularly a fan of Drake or a fan of Kendrick. Uh, I don't understand why people think "They Not Like Us" is the greatest song ever.
It's the
I've
moment.
listened to it. Yeah, maybe I missed the moment. Like, so when the songs is coming out back and forth, like I said, these are not two people that's in my playlist. Drake first CD. I forgot what the name of that one was. But that one was hot. I just never listened to none of the other ones. But I didn't even watch the halftime show. Because like
Oh,
Kendrick
wow.
just he's not my kind of guy. just from the bits and pieces that I've heard, he's not the kind of rapper that I like. Now, I've been wanting somebody. Everybody keeps saying, like I said, I didn't watch it, so this is apropos of nothing. Everybody keeps saying like, "Oh, did you understand it or you didn't understand it?" Or there was so many things in there, but nobody ever. What are the things?
They
Like I
explain
said,
it in other videos.
so but like I said, I didn't watch it, so
Mm.
most of the time, whoever they got at the halftime show is not somebody that I'm particularly going to care to watch. I watched Usher last year. I think that might be the only halftime show I watched. Like I remember Beyonce did the halftime show a couple years ago, and like
Yeah,
I was in
Bruno
the room.
Mars and some other guy.
Yeah, like I was in the room, but I didn't give a shit. Like it's particularly never been like whoever they got at the halftime show. It ain't Jadakiss, so like
Mm.
ain't Jeezy. Little Wayne wouldn't have did anything for me either. So like I don't,
Oh
you
wow. Okay.
know. So yeah, like this was completely over my head. I actually Mr. Know It All. I was calling him one day because I know he was off. I know knowing him, I know he would have been all for this and would have been able to tell me, oh well, this meant this and this meant this. But like I said, yeah, just wasn't my cup of tea.
Got you. Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing. I think from an entertainment standpoint, back to Dame's original point about the difference between a entertainer and a lyricist
Artists.
or artist, it is definitely one of those things that made me go into it caution, right? I didn't go into this halftime show like, oh, this is about to be the best halftime show ever. I'm about to be, up rocking and all the things. I didn't really go into it with that. I definitely wanted to see if he could bring a level of entertainment to the stage. I definitely expected more guest appearances to be on there, more cameos and a couple of more performers to kind of round out the message that I definitely expected. I definitely expected a message. I definitely expected him to do something that would be littered and rattled with innuendo and subliminals and all the things. But I think I was pleasantly surprised that I was mildly entertained by some of the things he was doing. I felt like overall it was a good show because to Haim's point, a lot of the artists that they've had over the years have never moved me enough to feel like I want to watch. Or if they did, it wasn't really like Rihanna, right? When was that Rihanna last year that did it?
No,
Like,
the year before.
It was
okay, yeah.
Yeah,
So
when she
when
announced
she
her
did it,
pregnancy.
yeah,
I
when she
didn't
did it,
watch that one either.
I'm not a huge Rihanna fan anyway, but I definitely was still looking forward to seeing it just to see what was going to happen, see who she was going to have on there, and it was like it was very man to me, right?
Yeah.
I think the
how I
most
feel,
exciting one I
bro.
think I remember is the one with the
Snoop,
Eminem and the whole West Coast crew, all
the
them,
Snoop and them, John. Yeah, I
Oh
remember
yeah,
that
that
one. I
one
liked
Snoop
was
and
it.
lit.
them,
Yeah,
That
50
that
coming out
one
the
that
sky,
one was lit.
that was
that
entertaining.
that was probably one of the most entertaining ones I've seen in years. And so I definitely felt like that was like, outside of the Janet Jackson, Justin Timberlake one, that one did it for me. You know what I'm saying?
I wonder why.
Or Michael Jackson, even that one was great to me. But, a lot of the rest of them, the Beyonce actually one was actually, I thought was actually kind of good.
But
I've never been to a Beyonce concert, so I don't know what the level of that they had to take that down because I did hear that it was like, oh, the concerts are usually like this, and then the Beyonce halftime show was like, So I think it definitely was something that was still more entertaining than I expected. I also
but
felt like the messaging was so, and whoever said that to you, Dave, that was a good point. I know Kendrick Lamar's music, but the thing is, listening to what he was rapping about in these songs, one using one of the worst albums that he's ever made, and then using that to kind of move this show along, and the lyrics that's in those songs and the messages that are in not only in the song but that he was displaying on the screen, it didn't quite line up for me. I still honestly don't know what he was talking about during Grand National. I just don't. I haven't really listened to it enough, but it's also not a good album. So it's like, it's hard. Looking at the images, I'm like, this is what I expected. And I really enjoyed that part of it, all the things and the imagery that he put in place. But is the halftime show really the place for this? No, not really. I appreciate him doing that. To Dame's point, it was the message that he was trying to put out there. It's the platform that, hey, I'm never going to get this platform again. Nobody's ever going to get this platform. And at his level of imagery and statement, and then at this level of exposure, you're not going to get that ever again. So I appreciate him trying to do that, but it's still not the time and the place. It's just not. Because it's going to go over so many people's head. I mean, you got to think, I don't know what the percentage is, but I'm pretty sure the Super Bowl is watched by 80, 90, 91%.
Like 120 million.
Yeah, it's 91% of that 120 million are not going to fully appreciate what he was doing there. There's going to be a small chunk of them that's going to be like, oh, that's cool. That was nice. It's going to be a small chunk of them that's going to be like, oh, I get it. I see what he was trying to do. And then, there's going to be that 8-9% that's going to be like, yes, he put this out there. But, is that really the audience? Is this really the time? I don't know. I struggle with that because I definitely feel like when you have an opportunity and a platform, definitely take advantage of it. But it's got to be, I still feel like it's got to be meaningful enough for the platform. Because if I'm telling you something, and I know that in general, you don't either understand or agree, then I got to be able to make a statement that hits you where you at least feel offended, at least feel like, hey, I got to pay attention. And I think that this didn't really hit that mark. You know what I'm saying?
But I don't think he did it to appease everybody. Like, if that makes sense. Like it was more so. It was more so of. I feel like for him it was like more so. I had this platform. I'm gonna like they picked up this song that I did to this so and so. But it kind of opens up that wheelhouse to be able to say, if I'm gonna do this show, I'm gonna do it how I want and not how they expect me to do it, right? So it was like a
But that's the thing.
Like,
he did what
I'm gonna do it how I want to do it.
Yeah, but he did what they expected him to do, though. I mean, I think most people that know who Kendrick Lamar is and understand what Kendrick Lamar does, they expected that. They literally.
Yeah, but like, I don't think that the people who said let's do the show, like, they wanted him just for the "They Not Like Us" song.
Oh well, yeah.
So like that's like you got him because that's a very popular song. Because it got that much energy. So you got that, but you didn't it's the underestimation of who he is and what he's actually saying. Because even when they sing "They Not Like Us," they don't necessarily understand what he's actually saying.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Like a lot of people miss that. That's why you can see everybody singing the song and be all like bopping along to it no. It's a message in that one too. You just
a message.
Like you just missing the mark. You're including yourself with Daylight August, and you're not included.
Right, you're not even like right.
Like you're not invited to the cookout. You sing the song, but you're not invited to the cookout. So I think, like, even though, like, you inviting him because of that, right, and the controversy and the big money that it was going to make, but he did that in a sense that he knew that was going to be as far as him. He's not really making money off of that, right? Because of it's like, it is a lawsuit. It's not fictional. It's not a rumor. It is a lawsuit. So he took that like, all right, I'm gonna take this hit, but if I'm gonna take this hit, I'm gonna send my message to whoever will take it. And whoever is willing to understand what's happening, because even during a halftime show, a lot of people missed the part of like yes, a lot. Like, if you say like he's the best artist of all time, I'm not going to say that, but a lot of people that watched that same halftime show was rocking out in that crowd and looked super excited, missed the whole point of it, and didn't understand that they weren't included. It's like I'm it's like a I'm showing you in your face that I don't
This is an
really fuck with
inside
you.
joke.
Like
Yeah,
like
it's
I
an
don't really
inside
fuck with
joke.
you, but you missing that I don't really fuck with you. You just
Right.
bopping along to my songs
Yeah. Go
type of
ahead.
thing.
What you about to say, Mike?
They missed a part where it's a message inside of a diss. That's the crazy
Yeah,
part because he's talking about Drake, but he's also talking about you. Like he's talking about those who came before him who are used us as black people. And the flag was when they bent over, the flag was built on the backs of black people. That's an imagery that some people miss. Uncle Sam, a good one, a black, and you had an all black cast. I know some people was
yeah,
butthurt about that because, oh no, it's like every time you get an all black, if anything, people say, I wonder how they feel if we had an all white. Oh wait, they don't think about that part. That's the ironic, hypocritical part of the other side of the culture when they say they know every time we have any all black, if anything, they always scream, "What would you think if we had an all white cast of this or that?" You have.
yeah.
Now, now that we have something, they want to cry
Now it's a
foul.
problem. Yeah.
Yeah,
Now
he
it's a
Yeah, no,
literally
problem.
no,
had Samuel
but
L. Jackson telling him
Let,
to do what the white folks want him to do. Like listen to
that was
that.
the message. That was the message though, because he said that's why all through the message of him, like, do you know how to play the game? Calm it
let me
down.
let me
Too
let me
ghetto,
get
too loud.
let me get
That's what
James'
the
comment real quick. Let me get James' comment real quick because
sorry.
he was feeling something earlier when Sonny was
Oh,
talking.
sorry.
And I want to hear that. I want
So,
to hear that.
no, so Dame is kind of touching on what I was gonna ask because it's one of them things that people always say about Kendrick. People used to always say this about Kanye. People used to always say like they always say about Kendrick, he's such a great artist, and there's a message in here, but they never explain to you what the message is. Because, like you said, for somebody who might have missed it, like I said, I didn't watch it, so I've completely missed it because I didn't watch it.
Yeah.
Kanye, when people are always talking about like he's such a musical genius,
It,
where's the musical? Like I to just tell me what it is because like I said, I
it,
completely missed the boat.
it,
Didn't even know we were getting on the ship that day.
There you
okay,
go.
here's part of it. The stage was set up like a PlayStation controller. His label is under Sony, PlayStation controller, and then you have the artist going around the controller, pressing certain buttons, saying how to. And Samuel L. Jackson originally started out, "This is the great American game," and we as black people have been playing this game for far too long, and we have to know how to play the game. Kendrick Lamar's music is something that has been talked about. I guess the messages, being too loud, too ghetto, um, not entertaining enough, and you have to be certain ways if in order to please certain people. You know what I'm talking about. And so throughout the message, Samuel L. Jackson keeps coming out telling him how to do the certain things,
Like
and
follow
then
rules. Like
and
follow their rules.
following their rules and their standards of how our music should be played, or to their standards,
Okay. It's
it should be
entertainment.
enter-
Mhm.
it should be entertaining, but not with the message of us being uplifted and not too ghetto, not too loud. But then at the same time, you see as certain entertainers come up, they bring their friends along to help them stay humble, stay proud. And then that's when Samuel L. Jackson came back out again, said, "Oh, the ultimate cheat code: bring your friends around, deduct one life." So it always happens that you always lose that one friend to some mysterious death or something tragic happens to your boy as you coming up. And then as soon as you think you got the game figured out, he came out with "Not Like Us," and that got everybody hyped. Then he came out with "Mustard," and at the end, that's at the end of the Super Bowl halftime show.
All right, so one, thank you because you broke the situation down. Uh, see, so this is why I said this is not for me. It's because It's just like the Grammys, the Oscars, the Tonys, whatever the Emmys, whatever the
Tony's.
award show is. I don't give a fuck who these people deem is the best R&B or best whatever artist. Like, so trying to capitulate to some shit that they think the movies that get nominated for this shit, you never even heard of these movies. This shit never even came in the movie theater. Like, because every year you be hearing about this shit. Like, what is that? Who is it? What film did they do it? When was it
It,
out? Like,
Right.
so
it's
the shit that usually gets wins for the mainstream is just some shit that ain't for me. And if you have to go that deep into the message, yeah, you had to be like a dyed in the wool Kendrick fan, uh, and like Zapruder film breaking down piece by piece, frame by frame to get it. And if you have to explain the joke to somebody, it ain't that funny. Like, like I
Yeah.
said
see,
again, I'm coming in
I think it was
completely.
less of explaining and actually like, but that's the thing, like, and that's to the point what everybody been saying. This is Super Bowl. Don't nobody want to pay attention. Like you just want to be
Mhm.
entertained.
Just want to be entertained. Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
and as crazy as it sounds, that's basically what Samuel like part of Samuel's message. Like, nah, you chilling, just enter like be like we was here for like
be
as black
cool.
folk, all we was entertainment.
Hmm.
So it's like it's a, it's something that doesn't need to be explained, but they're literally saying it to you, but you
Yeah.
don't pay attention. And here's why you're not paying attention because it's Super Bowl. You're supposed to just be chilling, rocking to some music, hearing in the background, eating
I
wings
mean,
and
for the
chilling.
most part, though,
Yeah.
yes. But for the
Who
most part,
came to be learning
if
some
you
shit
watching the
or paying
Super Bowl,
attention?
everybody's at a party, so
Yeah,
they're
but
not
that's
gonna
what
be catching. They ain't
and
gonna
that's
catch
why
none of that.
people don't like, and that's why people didn't like it. Like to Willie's point,
People
it's
love
the
this shit.
message, but it's the platform is missed because it's not like you're going to a Kendrick Lamar concert and this is what he's
Right.
doing and it makes sense. This is why, and
Yeah.
this is why, I agree. Whether or not
It's
he
that
did it on the
misbalance
Super
of
Bowl
time
or
and
not,
place. Yeah.
they
Yeah,
were saying
I
this.
Mhm.
He
get
was
that.
saying the same exact thing. Why, like Samuel L. was basically saying, like you, like babe, like basically like you supposed to be the nigga on the screen, just what boss and just doing this shit, but you want to do what you want to do, and don't nobody give a fuck. And you saying this message, and it is as powerful as thought provoking as it is. It bought into the narrative that was being said on the screen. Like
Mhm.
follow the script because guess what the script is. You're supposed to be up there entertaining. You ain't supposed to be doing this.
Right. Right. Yeah. I mean, and yeah, I definitely have to counter that too. Like there was a bit of explanation needed, but not a lot of explanation needed.
Yeah,
It was clear. It
because
was
they were
very
saying it.
clear. It was straight to the point. The thing is that that's where also to your point though, and what Sonny was just saying, it's that misbalance of time and place, and then you know the people that are really going to pay attention are they the majority, the minority, or even somewhere in between? And I feel like they're not even
That's
they're
the
not even a
minority.
greater part
Yeah,
of the minority. They're not even a greater part of the minority. They're a very small piece.
Yeah,
Anybody that even told you that they enjoyed that show, I can guarantee you they're still a small part of the bigger picture of
or they
people
could
who
say
are
they enjoyed
watching
it
it.
and
Who
didn't even understand it.
right?
they'll say they
You
enjoyed
Because
it
I'm
just to
not
go
because
along
I'm
and
not
get
a
along because
I'm not a
everybody else in
dark.
the room saying they like this.
yeah, exactly. Get along. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because
Right.
I'm not a diehard Kendrick Lamar fan. I like a lot of his songs. Do I like his rapping style? Yes, I like it. When I hear his songs, it's a pop. Like I'll listen to it. I also hear the message. But like, am I sitting here looking at the max and going down the rabbit hole? Absolutely not. But at the end, like I sat there and actually watched this. Like I said, I actually watched a football game. I don't even watch football, but I actually sat and watched a football
Yeah,
game and was like, this they
and you know
over
I
here
hated this.
kicking
Y'all know
ass.
I
But
hated this football game.
huh?
Y'all know I hated this football game.
Same
Yeah,
here.
like I don't even.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
that's what I'm saying. Like I don't even watch football, but I actually
I
sat
did.
and watched football that day, and then I watched the halftime show. Like I said, I came to hear songs, but at the end of the day, I also knew it was a message. But like I said, even watching it, it was like I'm not sitting here dissecting no frog. This nigga is saying, "Hey, listen, follow the rules." The whole time he telling him, hey, stop doing that. Do this, and he was like,
Mhm.
and he was. the way Kendrick operate, he was doing what he wanted to do, but also he did a little bit of entertainment, but he was more so focused on his message and even the imagery when you watch it. You seen the American flag, you seen all different stuff, like stuff that he wouldn't have to say it, but you could see it.
Right.
And
Yeah, the
then
American flag thing
the
was another
song choice,
obvious one.
how he was doing the songs.
Yeah, the American flag one was definitely an obvious one to I would say some and one that might have needed a bit of explanation to others, because like Dame was saying about the bending over and you seeing it built on their back. Like that one, I was like, I definitely know a lot of people that went over their head or they didn't even notice. You know what I'm saying?
Even the prison yard and even the prison yard.
The prison yard one, I didn't notice. I didn't notice the prison yard one. I didn't realize where they were at. I just saw.
Then he did a little bit of the Squid Game.
Understand what was happening on that part. So I think some things definitely went over some people's heads, or they just missed it. But I think overall, it was.
I missed the quit walk. I missed Sabrina quit walking.
Oh, come on! That was the subliminal. That was a mess.
That
had nothing. But that had nothing to do with Drake. That was she did
that was on Drake.
When she did he had her do that because when she did it, when she won at the tennis opening, they basically was on bullshit and all mad saying she was ghetto and blah blah blah, and she from there. So he was like, all right, come on, let's do it here.
No, it was a double message.
It was a double
message.
Yeah.
One, the crip walk for the tennis. Two, because that's Drake's ex. Yeah. Just like SZA. She had
exactly. I was like, there's no this is not a coincidence.
No.
The only guest he had on that stage outside of Samuel Jackson was two of Drake's exes.
Yeah, even his chain, he had the A minor chain. He was out of control.
He had the little
he was out of pocket.
That man, everything he did, everything that was shown was what it was supposed to be. Even when he stopped and they said, and the whole crowd in that fucking stadium shouted out A minor like they did at the fucking what the hell the Grammys?
The Grammys.
He don't get, and then he wore the outfit. The outfit he wore to the Grammys. He on bullshit. I love it. He petty.
See, that's why. But that's why I liked it, because it was petty, Sonny. Me and you got it because it was petty, and we like stuff like that. So, but the thing is that one of the things that happened that I think a lot of people miss is you saw people on top of streetlights in the Super Bowl. That was one of his videos that he was on top of a streetlight as well. Mm-hmm. It was a miss Easter egg or whatever. Mm-hmm. But anyway.
Hines had to say something. He had to
let's get Hines. Yeah, let's get Hines.
So a couple more. Didn't know that Drake messed with either one of these people. Had no idea. And I think Willie kind of hits it on the head for me here. Even if there's all of this message, and it's the message could be great, but it's the wrong setting to give the message, because 90% of the people are at a party and they're not paying attention enough to see all the little intricacies. Now, what most people are going to do, though, is completely fraud and act like they're the person who was at the house by themselves going, oh, no, because this was from, like Dame said, he was on the pole at this one.
Right. Oh, no. I was watching that, man. I was like, yes! I said, oh, them pants. As soon as I saw them pants, I was pissed off. And I had picture and everything else.
So
why do we have them bell bottoms? It's not 73. One more question, though. When did it become hot for us to pump? Even if Drake was fucking a minor, which would be wrong, why is it hot that we're pumping it fucking a minor? Like, why is
it was
the best?
No, that was an insult. Like, he was literally trying to insult Drake.
But I'm talking about if we go into the crowd and A minor is like the hot part that everybody tunes in with. Like, why is that hot?
Because it's one of the most directly damaging discs.
Because even when he said "say Drake," like when that man said
"say Drake"
and smiled at that camera, I lost it.
Yeah. Even if let's
and it's about
say that somebody, I don't even want to use his name, I don't want to associate with nobody with that type of shit if they ain't do it.
Yeah.
If anybody has sex with a 12-year-old and somebody comes out with a song talking about this, why is everybody else pumping it like, yeah, that's hot? Like, when did that become hot? Like,
yeah, I don't think. I
don't take it as them thinking it's hot. I think it's the fact
everybody
that he went
jumps. That's the part that everybody goes like. This is like the I don't
Yeah.
even know. Like,
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, I mean,
that's
I
the,
get
that's
what
the
you're
part
saying,
where
but it's
that's the part where you at the concert, you turn the microphone to the crowd. You know what I'm saying?
right.
But he
So
didn't even
everybody
do
can
that.
scream in.
They just did it.
Like he didn't like that's a crazy part because even at the Grammys, he walked up on stage and they played that part, and then the whole crowd lost it, and he just stood there. But like in the same way, like with the thing, like it's just
It-
I feel like
Yeah,
yes, I understand. I understand your meaning of like it's
I
basically
didn't see the
celebrating
Grammys either.
some BS.
I want to answer your
I didn't
statement
see the I
with
didn't
a
see the
question.
Grammys thing either.
I just want to answer your
Go ahead,
question
brother.
with a statement, though, Hank.
Go ahead, brother.
When when can we get our message across where everybody can listen?
mm.
When you had the audience that's paying attention,
No,
if you
no,
have
but
you got
uh,
100, if you got 120 something million people watching this game, most of them like Sonny, who say I don't even watch football. I'm here for the party and I'm here for the show.
Yeah, I'm
Like
here
I'm
for the
only here
wings.
because
I was there for the
I'm only
wings.
here. Yeah, I'm here because of the Wings and Bruno Mars performing, or Prince, or whoever's the halftime show.
Oh, usually
So
I don't watch it
whoever,
though, but yeah,
whoever the housewife or the girlfriend or whoever the dude who don't even watch football, they're not catching that message because they're not here for it. So they're completely just like, oh, everybody else is dancing to it. I guess
okay.
we just,
So
you know what I'm saying?
so this is what happened because everybody kept talking about this performance at halftime. It became the most watched Super Bowl halftime because of uploads, downloads, reloads. Over the world.
it's not that.
All
It's because
it,
it's because Drake filed a lawsuit to make sure he couldn't
it
sing it because that's why the
no,
Super Bowl people
but
signed him. Drake
it,
Drake did that lawsuit like, bitch, you're not gonna sing that song, and if you sing it, it's gonna be a problem. The
but
NFL
the,
was like, the Super Bowl people was like, we don't care, he could sing it, and Jake and what's the name? Kendrick Lamar didn't care. He did that song. Like it's
the
like
thing,
that's probably what it was. They didn't want him for any other song that he did before.
yeah, but the funny thing is they have the same
I
record
hear you.
label. So him suing his own record label is asinine because he's biting the hand that fed him over the years. They gave him blank checks. I'm talking about Drake at the time. They signed Drake a blank checks, got him out of trouble in many lawsuits, and now you're going to sue the company that helped you out
Because you got
financially.
because you got somebody that's
Uh,
going on a national stage where all these millions of people watch football, going on that national stage, calling you a pedophile. And
At the
the people are singing along to the song to Hunt's point. He
this is
don't
this
want
is
I get what you're saying. That man don't care. He don't want him to be getting paid off of this
it,
thing. Like people are paying him to perform. He got the Super Bowl because they wanted him to do that song. It wasn't Be Humble. It wasn't none of the other songs he did. It wasn't the song that he did with SZA. It wasn't none of the other songs that he did. They put him on Super Bowl because of that one song. He was going to
see
sing. This is why he started that lawsuit. Like, nah, I don't want him to sing it. Every time he performed that song going forward, it's a part of the lawsuit. So every time Kendrick Lamar performed that song, he has to pay. And that's why he knew. That's why he didn't. He like the money he got paid. He knew he had to pay out. That's why he knew.
this is
He said,
this
I'm
is
gonna
why
pay it, and I'm still perform it.
this is why we know Drake isn't like us because he's was for to take the L like a man, and
Yeah.
this makes him look weak for
You
the
gonna let
lawsuit.
somebody make a song about you being whatever you are,
No,
and
I'm
then
not gonna
you
be.
out here singing it?
Listen, but it makes it look worse. Just take the L, keep it moving, because this is why people are really upset. Well, if you're on the fence, people are like, it makes Drake look weak to sue over a
So
song. You supposed to go back harder,
he
which I
can.
don't. He
He
can't.
can.
He can't. I know. I'm with you, Sonny. He can't go harder because he's an entertainer. He
That
is
man
not.
called that man a pedophile and basically came at him the entire song. And then when he performed it at the Super Bowl, this man said, "Stay Drake," and
Hey,
smiled on that camera and said, "Heard you like him
Hey,
young."
you know they like to sue. That's what it
He
sounds
yeah,
like.
didn't care.
but at
And the
the
fact
same
that he
time,
didn't get paid for that, and the fact that he lost money performing that song and didn't give a flying rat's ass.
he actually made more money, even though
No,
you
Not
don't.
this
No,
Super
no,
Bowl.
because
I'm not talking about after the fact. I'm talking about
oh, during the Super Bowl,
that doing at the Super Bowl performing
yeah.
that song. He lost. He didn't make that money off of that. He
Nobody,
knew
yeah, they
he
don't
knew
pay
he
nobody
wasn't.
to do the Super Bowl halftime. you make all your money on your streams fly through the roof and
Yeah.
whatever the hell
But well,
y'all
he took
get.
that hit for that lawsuit for performing that song on
Well,
that national stage
now
in front of
now
all them people.
I'm mistaken. Is it Drake's or and Kendrick's? Is he suing the company or is it suing Kendrick exactly? Because I got information that he's suing the record label and
He's
not
suing the
Kendrick.
record. No, yeah, he's suing. Well, he sues Kendrick too, but he sued the record label
Right.
over the promotion of
Right.
Kendrick's album and single because he felt like they used improper methods, and
Tactics.
techniques, and
Yeah.
tactics in order to boost the popularity of the song and to increase the sales artificially. That
And all that did was make it,
specifically.
or will make
But
it pop even more. So
But what's diabolical about that is the fact that the tactics and the methods that he's talking about them using are the
He did
same
himself.
that others have accused Universal of doing for him. Literally
Yeah.
the same exact things. And but that's his argument. He's literally arguing that I know that they did this for him because they did it for me.
yeah,
What makes him look weaker?
So what? So what are you suing them for? You know that's their business practice, and they did it for you. So now you're suing them for it.
because he got
How does that work?
somebody calling him a pedophile and the song on the song, and everybody singing along to it. And like,
Yeah, but my thing is, as a business practice, if you're telling me that you know I can go into Target and Target can see my product, I'll be like, look, Target, I got this bottle of water. It's made by Willie Styles water. Put it on the shelves, put it at the registers, put it on the door on the way in and on the way out, and they'd be like, okay, bet it up. We're gonna do all that, and we're gonna make sure that everybody buys a bottle of Styles water. And as soon as Dame comes in with Dame's remotes, and he's like, yeah, can y'all do that for me? I'm gonna sue them and be like, yeah, I know they do stuff like that because they did it for me, but I'm suing them because you can't do this for somebody else. What sense does that make? One, that makes you a snitch. It makes you a dirty snitch because now you don't want somebody else to come up the same way you came up. And then you're going to get mad because that this other person made. And my thing is, it's not even that Kendrick is making out better than him or that he's doing anything detrimental to Drake's business from an overall standpoint. Now, from a point in time standpoint, he could argue that. I can get that. But overall standpoint, Drake is losing no money behind this. It's only
he's touring in Australia right now.
Yeah, literally making money in Australia.
So, and nobody's canceled him here. Nobody's canceled him.
No, we just singing A minor. So,
what are we talking about here?
But you know what the funny thing is with how this whole thing started?
This summer. I see that on our list. I said,
so you got him on the list for this summer?
Well, you know my job. I seen that on the list. He's gonna be at the Eagle Stadium.
Exactly. So, yeah, he's losing nothing behind this. He's just mad because somebody is one-upping him in this situation. But this begs the question, right? This begs the question, is being a bigger person the right or wrong way to resolve an issue? Because I think that's what Dame said. It's like, Drake, you lost. Take it. You understand that you are the loser in this battle. Don't be salty and petty when you know that it's just something that happens. Just move, right?
But okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It depends on what you want. Depends. You said it doesn't make you the bigger person. It depends on what you want. Do you want to appease yourself or do you want to appease somebody else?
Mm-hmm.
See, but the crazy thing is, this whole thing started because Kendrick said, I'm not number 3. I'm number 1 or something like that. I forgot how they put it.
Yeah, they said J. Cole and Drake basically made a song together, and they were basically saying that the big 3 is Drake, J. Cole, and Kendrick Lamar. And Kendrick Lamar was like, "Fuck y'all, I'm not like I'm just Big Me. Like fuck y'all, I'm not none of y'all 3 people. I'm the best nigga alive." So that's pretty much.
Yeah, but that's where it all started from. Is that they had a friendly competition, like you do in sports. Like, all right, as long as you keep it, you talk about this, talk about talk about the business, and Drake went personal. No, J. Cole went personal first. Kendrick Lamar tore him up. Kendrick Lamar like, I don't want more of this, and Drake kept it going and made it personal with a rap album. Then Kendrick Lamar like, oh, that's what we doing now, huh? And then that's when other albums dropped, and then finally you have Not Like Us, which was the nail in the coffin,
No,
basically.
in the coffin, basically, yeah.
Yeah.
And May
So
5th,
all
Kendrick
this
Lamar.
is coming from Drake. If Drake would have just did like J. Cole, like, nope, I'm out. If you would have just stopped,
Oh yeah, he could have saved himself a lot of heartache. Yeah,
a lot.
But and I think that's the thing.
I'm gonna just
is
need
like
the
when
song to
you're
be better though. Like, man, if this is what music is, like, all right, it all starts from these niggas is all saying, which who's really doing that if we ain't really cool? Like, if it was something like Hard Knock Life tour where Hove and X is going together, but even then they're on a tour together, but they really like coming at each other to see who's the best, which you're supposed to always do. Who's the
Right.
best is what rap music is built on.
It's always been like that.
Yeah.
competition.
Not,
Like, if we're doing that, we gotta keep coming with hot music. And like I said, I
like,
wasn't in on the when people was like, oh, he made a song on Monday and Tuesday night and
uh-oh.
Wednesday morning. Like, I was completely out. I ain't none of that shit.
I mean, we go back to, I'm going to mention one of Sonny's favorite rappers, when Jay-Z and Nas went at it. Eaton, though, when that beef happened, I was like, all right, cool. Hit him up, Tupac.
But Nas, oh, that's my favorite. That's my favorite.
That's
Um,
my favorite one.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Hey, you know what? That's number one.
Flick you,
I've been
man.
doing research that people been voting that number one diss track
It's
Oh
not
yeah.
even.
of
It's
all
not
best
number
diss
one.
tracks.
But they always forget about No Vaseline by
No
Oh
Vaseline is
yeah.
on.
Oh wow.
Nah,
Yeah.
No Vaseline. Oh,
no Vaseline is in there.
LL, Cannabis.
Oh yeah. When they did the 5 4 4 was it 3 4? Yeah. Okay. Well, he actually was on the that track too, and they
Yep,
Yeah, he was
LL
they
had
were
to do
on the
the
track
do reverse.
together. Yeah,
Yeah.
yep,
and then LL dissed them on
Yeah.
the
LL
same
was
yep.
like,
track.
hold
He
on, wait a
invited
minute,
them
because he
on.
came in because Candace came in on some on his song on bullshit. So LL was like, hold up, bro. Wait a minute. You think you ain't about to get that off? 5 4 3 2 1. That's what it was.
Yeah, 5 4 3 2
That's
1.
my
Yeah.
shit.
Yep.
Ugh.
That's on the list too.
That's got to be one.
One,
That's got to
two,
be one of
three,
the
4 5 6 7. Blaze the
Yeah,
hot.
but
Blaze
that's got to
that.
be one of the
That I got. Yeah.
pettiest diss tracks ever. Because how do you invite somebody to guest on your song, do a verse, and then after they do their verse, you go back and redo your verse so you can diss them on the same track?
Because he came to
How?
him, so he had to go back. Like, wait a
How?
minute, bro.
But
I still debate that was not a diss from Cannabis. Cannabis thought he was paying homage or giving it, giving a
No, he
big up
didn't.
to his big brother. He's like, hey, let me borrow the mic off your arm. That's all
No,
he said. That's literally all he said.
nah,
I
him.
don't know how that translated. I mean, maybe that's a New York thing. I don't know how that translated into disrespect, but
It was
LL
disrespect.
took it to heart.
He
And
was
then
like, oh,
redid that
un
track
momento,
and
right
said,
back.
you
Let
know
me
what?
spin this
You
block.
can stay on this track just so I can put you down.
No, that definitely
Like, dog.
they,
did though. He was
Dog.
like, wait a minute. And not, I only look at LL Cool J like a thug, but yeah, he came with it.
He was a thug that day. He was a
yep.
thug
Oh,
like
Hey,
that day.
see, this be my problem is like shit like that. Like, if you can't really just fucking rap and like your rappers, this is what the whole genre is built on. Like when Beans and them used to go to fucking Hot 97 and just rap for fucking 2 hours and just everybody's just taking a turn. Like that's what this shit is who's
or
hot,
versus during the pandemic.
who has yeah, like when the Locks and Dipset did the joint. I don't know why people thought Dipset was gonna win, but I mean that's beside the
Yeah,
point.
right.
They thought it.
Like
It was cute. It was
I
cute
don't
or
know. Yeah,
whatever.
I don't know why you thought that. I don't know why anybody would have ever said that.
Dipset was a dope
They
group.
thought about it.
I don't know.
They thought about it.
They were a dope group. I
Dipset
like
wasn't the Locks
Dipset.
at any point.
They
They were not the lot.
hated
I don't know
it.
how they got the
They were
band
not.
together.
Hated it.
I think
That was hold
also would have
on. That was
also would have been a mismatch, even though it had been a mismatch because the genres don't align. But Outkast would have been a better competition to to the locks in terms of
Bro,
hits and all that kind of stuff.
when
The diamonds on the line,
Santana
but
said-
still, you know, it'd have been a
when
better
Santana
competition.
said these niggas too hard, they don't even like girls, and Kiss said we got Grammys and shit. And they start playing the Mariah, like, no, bro. That wasn't a fair fight.
Hey yo,
Still hands down, that was the Jada Kiss was the best
Jadakiss was the
personality
best,
on Versus to this
joint.
day on
Yeah, he
that.
was the best boy. That's why I
love
said
Jadakiss.
Kiss is one of the most underrated people in anything ever.
In any,
Is
yeah,
because
hands down.
Yeah, I like Jadakiss.
But come on, you
you
got
don't remember them shitty verses that Kiss had. You don't remember that time you heard him on a song and you was like, I don't know, Kiss, you was a little struggling on that. It might like everything can't be the
Nah,
the
Kiss
best one ever, but
Kiss always
always
redeems
comes.
himself. Always. Always.
But it's kind of funny. We all say Tupac's "Hit 'Em Up" was the best disc because he starts off. First of all,
First,
Well, I mean, and
First
that's
of
the
all-
thing.
you claim.
First of all,
Fuck your
Yeah,
bitch is the
the
first
and the
fact-
click
fact that
and your
he-
click.
Right. The fact that he went after so many people.
He went after
It was
everybody.
so-
Then that nigga said about what's the name? One niggas got sickle cell or something. Like he gave me no fuck.
He just
Not
went in
not
on
a people fuck.
everybody, and that was
Seizure, a heart
unheard
attack
of
or
at that
something.
time.
He
Not
had to-
unheard of because it had just happened a few
better
years
back the
earlier.
fuck up or you
But it
get
was
smacked
just
the
it
fuck
was
up.
just so it was because you know you got
He took it too far. He was definitely taking it too far.
He took it too
'Cause
far.
he ain't
Like,
care.
no Vaseline was far. He took it to the next level because he was
Yeah,
like, I'm not only going after the one group of people, I'm gonna go after everybody around them and anybody that's associated with that. It
that
was-
part. He lost it.
Bro, and it was a bop.
Boy is a
Like-
staff
Yeah.
record label and is a motherfucker.
And he had the fake Faith Evans.
And if
Okay,
you want to be down with them,
no, the
fuck
fake
you
Kim.
too.
No, he had the fake Evans. That shit.
Yeah,
was
both.
tough.
I think then
He had both. No, he had.
Yeah,
I think it was just. I think it was just
He
Kim.
had fake C's, he had all
But-
that shit in there.
But you know what?
That's my favorite
Hey,
song
but-
ever, y'all.
But you know what? To go back to Kendrick Lamar's when he first started the Super Bowl, I just thought about it. Remember, he said you got the right message, but the wrong rap. Wrong. What'd you say?
Yeah.
That's what he said. We got the wrong guy. The revolution will not be televised. It's the right time, but the wrong guy.
Yeah.
So I'm like, so he even he.
way around.
So
I don't know why y'all picked me, but
no,
y'all
he's
picked me.
self-aware, but he's self-aware about everything around him. So he actually knew what he was doing.
Oh yeah.
Because some people aren't in the moment. Some people aren't aware of what's going on around them. I mean,
No,
he
he's
didn't
very
really.
calculated. No,
He's very conscious of what's going on.
Yeah, that's very clear. He's very calculated. Very. I mean, he didn't win a Pulitzer Prize
For no reason.
You know, right? Randomly writing lyrics. He
Wait.
won that Pulitzer Prize.
I really didn't mean nothing by that.
Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah. He didn't win a bunch of Grammys and a Pulitzer sitting on his hands.
Yeah.
Let's go back to this because this was a big debate on Reddit for a little bit. There was it was actually even a Psychology Today article that talked about this. But is being a bigger person the right or wrong way to resolve an issue? Is it the best approach to be the bigger person?
It depends. But
Depends on
sometimes
situation.
Some like I feel like sometimes we be the bigger person to our detriment, right? And like because and you talking like as much as me like I'm a personalizer for me.
She's trying.
So
not to
for
get
me,
personal,
it's
but
like
she's struggling by not getting personal as well. She's still
no, because I feel like with me, I come like for most people that know me through my younger years, early 20s, was one of them people that basically like you didn't cross the line with me. You didn't get that off. Like it wasn't nothing slid past. It was just you tried it, you gotta walk back across this line.
Right.
Where at some point in my mid 20s up until currently, I've been more of a I'm not going to address it because I'm just don't feel like I need to address it. But sometimes, like, because I want to be a bigger person. I won't want to start an argument. I just don't want to stoop down to the level at which they can gain understanding of what the fuck is going on. Because some people act like they don't know. And I recently realized that sometimes you gotta people gotta fuck around and find out. Like,
Right.
really,
Yeah.
they really do, because that's the only way. Because like you don't understand me being nice and me saying to you or being a bigger person and not addressing foolery, right? And just letting it go and letting you have your moment and just doing whatever you want to do, especially in the social media era, letting you get that off, because I'm not with all that.
Right.
It's been a couple of times that I had to tag in and people had to fuck around to find out. And it's like, I feel like I'm not stressed about it. Like, I ain't got to go on here and act like I don't actively see the foolery, the subs and miscellaneous shit. I'm like, okay. So I feel like sometimes, depending on the situation, because I'm still probably won't do social media. I'll pop up and we'll fuck around and find out. Quicker than I do a social media, capital letters and explanation points and memes and shit like that. I'll probably say it out there, direct it to you. But I feel like I let a lot of shit slide, and a lot of people don't understand. So sometimes some people have to fuck around to find out. So
Oh yeah, for sure.
I think I think it depends on the situation. Some people they got a hard head, so you gotta make them soft ass. And that's the
Go
only way
ahead,
they're
Nate.
gonna understand.
Yeah.
All right, like I said, it depends on who you're trying to get the message across to.
Yeah.
Do you care about yourself in the situation? Like, if I know I was the bigger person and I don't give a fuck what your perception of the situation was, some
Mhm.
people ain't gonna find the fuck out because they just gonna stand on the fact that they was wrong. And that's why I'm very big on copy. You got it. If I try to explain it to you, if we can't have a conversation and you ain't listening and we just scream and holler and we scream and holler and nobody's listening, this is not a conversation. You got it. Because we ain't gonna get nowhere with this. All we gonna do is now we got headaches, like shit can only go left. So
Good point.
I'm definitely not Twitter fingers with nothing. Like,
Mhm.
if we got issues and I know you, like if I got your phone number, for example, me and Willie under a post where we going back and forth, I'm gonna just call you. Like, is no reason for us to go back and forth under a post. Like, if you was
Right.
around the corner, down the street, cross town, and I'm gonna just pull up, because this is not a situation that who are you trying to impress? I'm not doing this so like Dame can laugh at these comments. Like, no, if it really gets that deep, then this is something me and you need to talk about. We don't need everybody in
Yeah.
Right.
Definitely
there.
those
Depending on,
situations,
like I said,
personal
depends on how
situations,
you
yeah, no.
handle it. Yeah, but niggas put their personal business on the internet every day.
Right. Yeah.
Somebody
Indeed.
talking about somebody is typing some shit about their husband or their wife right now.
Like, I just think that somebody's husband had to protect me, but I was minding my business and I scrolled and I was like, oh, okay, so that's what we're doing? Okay. And
You don't
people
know
say I
nothing about
post
my
too much
wife
on
except
Facebook. I didn't know we was out
you
here
don't
talking
know
about
nothing
bad
about
sex
my
and
wife except she's
whatnot.
tall on my from off my poster page.
What you think, Dame? Be the
It
bigger
depends on.
person or be the petty person?
I'm always for petty.
That part.
That's
Yeah.
why that's my sister down there. So
No,
I
but
mean,
it takes a lot for me to like to activate my petty. I'm to the umpteen power. Petty. I got a PhD in petty and a minor in childish behavior. Listen, fuck around and find out with me. Like, you should have left me alone. But good thing.
my second language is sarcasm. My third one is pettiness. So I'm just like, it depends on the situation. If it's personally attacking me, and depending on the circumstances behind and the context, I might let it go.
Mhm.
But if you're attacking a loved one who can't defend himself, like a situation where finding out my son is autistic and people are attacking my, I guess, parenting tactics, that's when I would get petty to the fourth power. Yeah, I'm doing algebra on this one. So I'm just, I will attack back. I don't care about being the bigger person. I will be right because you don't know my child. I'm just giving you this example because it actually did happen.
Mhm.
I don't care about your feelings at this point because you're attacking a defenseless person.
Right.
But you don't always have to be right. Sometimes you just like let them find out, depending on the situation. Like, you know what? There's information out there. If I'm right, I'll be right. You will find out and eventually. So, all right, I'm just like,
Oh
okay.
yeah.
You're like,
Mhm.
okay.
Yeah.
So I've done that where I actually know a person who always has to be right. So at this point, I don't argue with him no more. I'm just like, okay, it just keep it moving.
And your wife appreciates you for doing that too. So
And yeah,
Even if you got a situation where like somebody say something and it's like, I know you don't know what you're talking about. So why the
Mhm.
fuck am I even gonna go back and forth with
yeah,
you about this?
oh yeah,
That
Like
yeah.
I'm
Because like I
that
said,
if somebody
and even with that, like sometimes you got sometimes it's not even being a person. It's just like not wasting your time, right?
not wasting your
It's
time.
not wasting
Yeah.
my. I'm not wasting my time. Like you, like
time is
now.
valuable. You can't get that
Now
shit
it's
back, bro.
different if I got
Oh,
time and I signed up to have time that day. Oh no, I got all the time in the world. I'm with all of it. So, but like for me, like I
now
said,
you sound like my wife.
no, but I'm just saying. But for me, like I said, it's not something because think a lot of people miss the misses with me. If you ever see me, like if any other time, like it's been one or two times that anybody see me really go off on Facebook and like really tell somebody about themselves and like go in, and then like I'm not only going for them, the whole peanut guy they tagged into this whole thing, but I'm coming for everybody, and I ain't gonna stop because it's like I'm one of the people. Once you start me, do you know it's gloves off? I'm on bullshit. I'm with all of it. Everybody,
she's
anybody,
Tupac.
I'm on it. So
So, so
anytime that y'all ever see that, I haven't done it in a while, but anybody, if you see that, you know that I've actively avoided it,
Mhm.
and I continue to avoid it. But now I you know what? I said, okay, you tagged me into this now, so I'm accepting the tag, and whatever happens from there. I'm gloves off. I don't care. I'm gonna take it like I'm Chris Brown. I'm taking it too far. I'm going left field. I'm stepping across your line, my
she's
line, God's line, all of it.
this.
Dang, not
I'm
God's
coming up
line.
for
This is
everything.
this
I'm
is
going to hell
Sunny.
and back. I'm going
So
to hell and back.
This
But
is Sunny. First
it
of
takes a
all,
lot. But it takes a lot for me to get like that. It doesn't. It's not no bullshit, and it's never gonna be with somebody that I love. Whether I'm beefing with family members or not, it's never gonna be with somebody I love. It's somebody that I know that's crossed the line, and I had to walk them back the hard way.
got you.
Sonny. Like first of all, it started off like that.
I'm
But
going to
yeah,
hell and
so
back.
I mean, I definitely agree with what most of y'all said in terms of the situational, right? Um, and especially because I think to Haim's point, I'm huge on one, not wasting my time, but two, not feeling like I gotta win all battles. I'm definitely like pick your battles kind of person, right? If I feel like I got a stance or some kind of point I want to make, I'm gonna give you all the examples I can come up with, or I'm gonna give you some options or whatever it is. I'm gonna say my piece, but I'm also not gonna try to force you to see it my way. You know, if you start seeing it my way, I might continue it, but I'm not gonna force you to see it my way. And I definitely don't feel like um I have to be defensive all the time, right?
Yeah.
Now, one thing that they were talking about in some of the posts I was reading, like the Reddit thing, the comments I was reading on one of the posts I was checking out, it was talking about like the reason why being a bigger person isn't always the best route, and they were mainly talking about situations where a person may be a habitual line stepper, right? Somebody that's constantly testing your boundaries, testing your limits, trying to push you into arguments or into situations where you feel like, oh, now you kind of have to sometimes take a stance and say, you know what, no, I got to defend my situation or my stance on this or my morals or my beliefs on this. What up, though? Smooth.
Hey, Smooth. Hey,
What's
oh, Jamie from earlier.
So, I definitely feel like being a bigger person sometimes does, avoid the conflicts, avoid, the times when you just like you said, Sonny, you don't have time or you don't want to put the time into it. But, sometimes you do got to let a person fuck around and find out because they're going too far or like today's point, if they're attacking or pushing, pushing buttons, crossing boundaries, sometimes you do got to kind of be like, you know what, forget this being better. It's time to go. What they say, when you go low, we go to hell.
Yeah, I'm going to hell and back.
Right.
I already know I got a ticket. I got a
Like you said,
shotgun.
son, you definitely got to be. You got to
I'm
be
driving.
very selective about that. You definitely got to be very.
Yeah,
Because
I don't do that. I don't do that all
why
the
let somebody
time.
drive you to that anyway? Don't feel like somebody has to have that power over you either. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That was my thing about it. Was like, no, I don't think it's a problem of allowing somebody to cross boundaries with you. It's sometimes a problem of, do I need to continue to interact with this person? You know,
Yeah.
me being the bigger person sometimes can mean that, hey, I'm just going to say, you know what, I
I'm
don't need to
good.
interact with
Yeah.
this person, especially not on these situations, topics.
I'm
Me and
very
Dave
big
had a
on loving
friend
niggas
once,
from a
right?
distance
We
these days.
grew up with this guy, and
Oh God.
he was very had very interesting viewpoints on several different things, including
Life.
politics, socioeconomic factors, things like that. And even though he grew up in the same neighborhood, grew up with the same kind of conditions that we all had, he still saw things from a certain perspective that we didn't agree with. And it was crazy to me because it's not a thing of not agreeing. Me and Dave don't agree on everything. There's certain things that we might see differently, or that we might approach in life differently.
That's
But my
not true.
thing is that's my thing though. My thing is that we don't have to either one dwell on them, or we don't have to argue about them either. You know what I'm saying? Like Dave said, you can just be like, oh, you see it your way, I see it mine, and you just keep it moving. This dude used to want to argue us down. He used to want to spark debates that didn't need to be debated. You know what I'm saying? And that was something I thought was always
When
problematic.
did you meet my
So,
brother?
I just slowly faded to black with that nigga, because I was like, I'm not about to sit here and keep arguing with you about stuff that I don't even want to talk about.
That part.
I'm not even a
This sounds
politics
like my
kind of
brother.
person.
This sounds
I
like you
could
met
care
him.
less. But I do know that when I stand on something, when it comes to local issues, issues with my community, things like that, then I will stand on those things. And he would have a debate for that. And I'm like, bro, I'm not about to sit here and argue with you about this when I already know how I feel. You're not going to change my mind. I know I'm not going to change yours, and I could care less. So I'm about to keep
No,
moving this way.
now it's a difference if you're having a discussion, not to change your mind, but to throw some tidbits to you for knowledge, for like, hey, put this in your back pocket if you want to
Right,
use
right,
it.
right, 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 right.
That
See, or
that's
see it
totally
from this other side, or see it from this other side.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. See, because you're not trying to change the mind. Just give you a little. So when you're making your argument,
Right.
Right,
you
Smooth. That's what I said. If I got time, ooh,
Right. Smooth said, if I got time, then it's up.
yeah, if I got time, that's the biggest thing, because I be chilling. And when I got time for it, it's like, because I be like, if I could sit here and say how much shit I've ignored in the last couple of years, and then when I showed up and had time, it's like, well, why you go like that? I'm like, because I was over here chilling.
Because I was chilling.
but
You brought me out. You
but
You
brought me
trying
out.
to tag me in, and I felt like, you know what? I want to play tag team too. Let's go.
but sometimes being a bigger person, you're allowing that other person. If you let it go for too long, you're allowing that person to basically and disturb your peace and walk over you.
Listen,
And this,
I let something fester for a long period of time, to where I thought I was being the bigger person, and it just kept going above and beyond, to the point where it got physical. It had to get physical, and now we good. Well, not we good,
but
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 now
you're HR.
now you left me the fuck alone. And
But
it's
you're
like
HR.
I haven't been saying anything. I was chilling. Like, I'm over here minding my business, and you keep trying to put me in some shit, and I'm just like over here like la la la. And now when hands exchange, it's like, now we can leave me alone. Oh, okay.
But sometimes you gotta put people in their
I didn't
place
want to do that.
because sometimes they overstep their boundaries.
And then
Some
it
people
don't
don't
be
know.
over nothing. By the time you've been done, the straw that broke the camel's back is some bullshit. You drop my pen.
Yeah,
Bitch,
yeah,
suck that.
some people don't know their boundaries, and as long as you keep letting them get away with it, they want to keep crossing that line and keep pushing that line of boundaries even further back
Mhm.
until one day Sonny is doing this, playing hit 'em up all day and it worked, and no filter, not edited version.
No, that's why. No, that one time I walked out of work. I was so upset that I let myself get to that point, because that's why I said I try to be the bigger person in multiple situations, and the one at work, I actually got so upset I almost put pause on somebody, and I had to walk off and leave. Like, I couldn't even leave. I got to that point, and I was like, I'll never let somebody get me to that point again, especially not at work. This is how I get bread. Like, I don't have time for this. And I was being the bigger person by not dressing it. Not only was I being the bigger person, I was being the non aggressive black woman. So it was like you kept wanting me to be the aggressive black woman, and when the aggressive black woman almost popped you, now you looking all scared, and now you want to leave me alone. Like, leave. I don't, like, I promise you, I don't do nothing but go to work and go home. I don't be bothering folks. You see me at selective events, I don't do nothing. I be all love and peace and harmony. I don't know why people want to bother me. They're like, oh no, she look like she mean. I do look like I'm mean, but I'm nice as fucking pie. But if you keep trying me, you gonna fuck around and find out. And like, a lot of people had to fuck around and find out. Because I was over here in my bubble. And even this is younger to adulthood. And it's like, I be chilling. Like, I'm not with all that. I don't like chaos. I don't like drama. I don't like extra, all this hoopity hoopla. And it's like I don't like it. Like, I'll sign up for it, but like, I don't, I don't want to participate.
Why you got them signing up, Sonny? tell the folks where they can find you. We got to get
all right. Yeah. Y'all can find me at @IamSunny_D, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, and TikTok, and Threads. I've been posting on Twitter. Go there. Unreservedlyme.com is my website. I've been posting on there. I'll probably have another post in the next couple of days. So go there. And you will see me soon, May 4th. Locking that date.
May the 4th be with you.
Okay. I don't know what that date is, but we're gonna see. About to mess around to find out.
Announcement comes.
Pay your bills.
The official announcement comes Wednesday morning. Stay tuned.
That part.
At I am hype on Instagram and Twitter. At I am hype 23 on TikTok. Ooh, I forgot all about TikTok. Episode
what TikTok?
160. I got a TikTok. I'm just horrible at promoting it.
It still exists?
Yes, it does.
For now. I think we have another 26 days on it. Episode 162 out right now on all
of what
platforms. How to Hustle podcast with Hype. Also, the CH5s are available. The boots are available. Flip flops in 2 different versions. Barber capes, custom jackets, jerseys, tracksuits, however you need it. We customized it. We got the socks in, hats, however you need it. We got it all. Custom Hustle World on Instagram. Custom Hustle Co. on Twitter.
All right.
Yo, it's your boy Dame. Another level up on Instagram. Shinlo21 on Twitch and Facebook. I have a Facebook page, yes, for my gaming clips. And Shinlo21 on Xbox. If you want to game with me or just watch me stream.
All right, that's what's up. And it's your boy Willie Styles in the building. Get at me everywhere at Willie Styles on IG and Twitter. Willie.Styles on Snapchat and TikTok. Visit me over at stylesradio.com for all the hot tracks that I'm listening to, including some new SZA as well as Money Long. Just discovered that she makes some really good songs, so I've been listening to her a lot. And K Michelle. I've been checking out some new K Michelle and some other street music as well. So make sure y'all go over there and check that out at stylesradio.com, williestyles.info for all my links. Y'all know where to find me. All right.
I'll be in the background like this when Willie be doing it.
I love it. Make sure y'all check out all our shows. We got plenty of content for bringing to you guys. GFT Radio Show every Monday at 10 p.m. How to Hustle Podcast on Hype Mondays at 2 a.m. On all your favorite audio platforms and on YouTube. Make sure you check out the podcast link live TV show on BS3 TV, BS3 TV Live.
We are officially
TVLive.com.
we are officially now the most watched on the BS3 network.
That part.
For sure. All right. And make sure y'all get over to our website at GFTradioshow.com. For all of our socials, GFT_radio on Twitter, Instagram, GFT Radio on Twitch, GFT Radio Network on Facebook. Join the conversation group. Make sure y'all get over there. Always dropping great memes and posts and discussions. So make sure y'all get over there. I think right now they're talking about what was that topic today? I almost jumped on there. I think I posted a comment about what happens when you fall in love, men versus women. It's
I did. I popped in for a little bit for that this morning.
Oh yeah, for sure. So make sure y'all go check that out as well. And make sure you check us out free on demand 24/7, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Pandora, YouTube Music, Apple Podcasts, any other audio platform that might grow and just shut down. We'll see. Catch all the video replays.
Amazon
on Twitch
Music.
TV,
Is we on Amazon
Facebook,
Music?
and YouTube. Say it again.
We on Amazon Music, or is that?
Yes, we're on Amazon. Oh, Amazon is Pandora. Wait, is it Pandora? I think Pandora is.
They confuse you now, boy.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's
these Jones up.
You can't.
They just switching everything up.
They keep switching it up because Google became YouTube, Apple became Apple, Spotify took over, iHeartRadio shut down and then opened back up. It's been a mess. It's been a mess. The whole thing's been a mess.
We don't know where we are. Just Google us.
Just Google us. You know where to find us on Google.
You know the work the internet. You see
info for all our links. You know?
We're everywhere. Just Google us and you'll find us somewhere.
I mean, you can find any porn you want. You can find us.
Exactly, literally, exactly. I mean that part. I mean
that's big facts. May 4th. Lock that date in. May 4th.
Lock the date in. Hit the like notification bell. Hit all that
Empire
stuff.
Strikes Back.
We lost Captain.
Yo, it's your boy Dame here.
Hey guys, it's your girl Sunny D.
Yo, it's your boy Smooth from the GFT Radio Network.
What up, though? It's your boy Willie Styles in the building.
Join us Mondays at 10 p.m. live on Twitch, YouTube, and our Facebook. And if you miss us, don't worry. You can catch it on our website, gftradioshow.com. And if you feel like talking to us every day, join our Facebook group.
At Join the Conversation, the group where you can discuss all kinds of topics.
Catch me also, Fans Respected, Dope Sports Show. Holla at your boy.
You can cop some merchandise over at our store, teespring.com/stores/GFT Radio. You can get t-shirts, sweatshirts, masks, and even more.
Next time on GFT Radio, what are we talking about? Join the conversation to find out.
Make sure you get at us on GFTRadioshow.com for all of our audio and video playbacks, as well as links to all of our social media sites.